Hi, good morning everybody. This is Nicholas Teo from CMC Markets here in Singapore. A few things today. Over the weekend we saw a couple of things that could move markets for this week or set the tone for this week. First, we saw on Friday, late Friday, the payroll numbers that the US unemployment numbers for the month of March, or rather April, came in line. And this is what the market was expecting, hoping for a number here. Any number between 200 to 300, the market would have breathed a sigh of relief, and we saw just that from the reactions from most of the equity markets. The US saw, the Dow, for example, saw a more than 200-point gain, and that's more or less transferred on to early sentiment here in Asia. Japan is actually trading around 19,000, close to 700 level. Although we show a down 40 down here, it's actually up around 200 points or so. These are just futures, or these prices are actually reflecting the forward month futures contracts, which had really seen a reaction late Friday night as they traded late Friday night in Asia on Friday. Now, over the weekend also, we saw PBOC in China announce a cut of 0.25% for their both lending and also deposit rates. This ordinarily would have set things off because the market had expected further stimulus to have come from the PBOC. But what we are seeing in early trade down here represents that the China A50, as we can see down here, of 90 points. It gapped up in the morning, as we see from this chart, only to reverse very sharply. A couple of reasons for that. One, a 0.25% cut is actually not saying much. Market had been expecting for something more adventurous than that level, and partly PBOC may have been a bit concerned because of late there's been quite a bit of froth in the market, and equity markets had a wonderful performance the last 2 months, and capping almost 100% improvement over the last 12 months or so. So I won't be surprised at all if the PBOC is perhaps concerned of perhaps a speculative excesses being built up in the capital markets down there, and what they're trying to do down here is try to re-engineer a economic rebound or reflating the economy. They are probably going to have to temper that and manage the expectations of the markets itself. We are still find a suitable base, but as we see after the initial pop, it's more or less pulled back. On the local front in Singapore, there's a couple of news with regards to the land transport sector, in particular affecting both SMRT and ComfortDelGro shares. ComfortDelGro, as we see in this chart down here, we saw, firstly, they will be announcing numbers actually on Wednesday. The market will be on the lookout for it. What happened was that over the weekend, the government announced the successful tender of the bullion package going on to the London Tower Transport Company. Essentially, we saw this as a move that ComfortDelGro and SMRT had lost a certain routes in that bullion package itself. Now, it's not necessarily bad news because on the one hand, it shows that the government is moving towards the government contracting model, which actually could be good for some of these land transport providers, because they will move them into a fee-based system. And that's important because that means that both Comfort and also SMRT would not have to deal with the capex, the intensive maintenance, the replacement cycle, and the burden of having to take care of the assets of the business itself. They have to be only involved in service, and for that they'll get a fee from the government. So from a numbers point of view, it could be positive, and that's what the market's basically telling us. The shares are trading up on this early trade. It's still hovering within this narrow range of between $3.10 on the downside, $3 on the downside and $3.10 on the upside. Any breakup from this range would see a further test of the high end of the ascending channel around here, or it could also come back down here. But certainly a few triggers that could move this stock later this week. Besides that, I think the market is obviously waking to their Monday slumber, still yet to find firm direction in any way, but we'll keep you posted if anything. Look out also for what we wrote in our website. It's available in our insights, as you can see down here, as this updated as and when by our team of analysts across the world. Thank you very much.